On to you Geminis out here. Look, you have the Five of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and then you have the Page of Cups. Some of these cards in this deck looks the same, son, or it's complicated, but I still love it anyway. Look, you Geminis basically have these three cards right first. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. So the first three cards, right? The, the Five of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Cups speaks to how things have tremendously turned around. You Geminis went from wanting some people not to leave, and they've abandoned you, whether it's physically and in other ways, not really, being a disappointment to you, not really living up to what they should have been. To now the tables have turned because now essentially they're asking for your attention. They're getting their story straight. Some of them. They would like your attention. They're seeking to actually get your attention by changing their life around in the first place. So there's a sense of you Geminis essentially changing your environment from changing yourselves, not really looking at other people to go with you, but there's a sense of you Geminis change your environment because you've changed the people that you hang around with on one level. So that's not the only level. Obviously, you Geminis are making wiser decisions, but you Geminis also understand that you've got to start making better decisions for yourself, because if you don't, who's going to essentially do it for you? Hanging around, hanging out with certain people, making certain decisions wasn't really doing you any good. So you Geminis decided to actually change your habits. And at first it started off difficult because it started from no momentum, right? And then now you needed that push. And now you Geminis realize that that's one of the best decisions that you've essentially ever made in your life, is for you to actually start being who you want to be instead of waiting to be who you want to be. The Eight of Wands and the Hanged Man right here represents because your circumstances basically changed. You changed your whole life around. Your life has essentially gotten way better. You've completely had a complete makeover of your life. You Geminis are, the reason why it is I'm saying that is because all the things that you may have wanted, you may have actually wanted to get rid of your friends or your former friends because they are a disappointment, right? They're not striving for anything else, right? They're content and they get stagnant and they don't actually ever push the envelope. Nothing is cutting edge, right? Nothing is creative and new anymore. And then the thing about it is that, and since you Geminis decided to not take them seriously anymore and to stay away from them and to actually start changing your life around, and make no mistake about it, you Geminis aren't pledging allegiance to any particular friend. If you find out that the new people that you associate with are not pushing the envelope, if they're not cutting edge, if they're not actually striving for anything, you leave them too. And you should. You know how many people I've met within the years of 2021 up until now? You know how many people I stopped hanging out with? I stopped hanging out with all of them. And the reason why is because a lot of them on some jokiness. You know how many people who said that they wanted to hang out and then flaked? What am I supposed to do with that? Like, seriously, what am I supposed to do with that? I'm not going to be sitting up here begging you, asking you to hang out with me. If you don't want to hang out with me, then it is what it is. The Three of Swords, the Queen of Swords, right? And the Sun card represents, again, people want your validation. They want your attention. So overall, what I'm seeing here for you Geminis, there's a sense of you Geminis basically being happy, being by yourselves or hanging out with others because you got it in here. So a lot of you Geminis understand that you can live your life however you want, whether people are in it or not. And because you're not needy, because you're not like super attached like a parasite or any of that stuff, you can actually, you have your hand open. You can actually let people go, right? And your hand remains open. People like that about you. And they want to find out more about you because of the fact that you Geminis have your hand open. This is what I mean when I say cop and blow. A lot of times, people don't know what that is. And I've talked about it a couple of times. I don't talk about it a lot, but cop and blow basically is you keep your hands open for whatever enters it and whatever leaves it, right? So you keep your hand open to life and whatever it is that life puts into your hand, right? Whatever it is that you take, right? With an open hand, you can grab stuff. You can have someone put something in your hand, whether it's a smack or a five or whatever the case may be, whether it's some money, whether it's whatever it is, right? And when the person wants to leave, you allow it to leave instead of, no, whatever it is that I got, I'm gonna go ahead and grip it in my hand, on my hands, and it won't leave. Yeah, you can do that, but then that's gonna build up resentment because the majority of relationships today are microwavable in the sense that they're short, right? They're short-lived. So it's like, what exactly are you gonna do? You dig what I'm saying? What exactly are you gonna do, right? Like, okay, what's happening here? You're gonna keep the person in a tight grip? No, because what's gonna happen is, like I said, it's gonna build resentment. So a lot of people, so the Sun card also represents a sense of enlightenment as well. It doesn't just represent a lot of people. It doesn't just represent the way you rub people is the correct way. It also represents you're enlightened, right? Cop and blow. You're going to keep your hands open to whatever life has to give or whatever it is that you want to take, which is good. And then you have the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups, which represents there's a lot of you Geminis are not going to experience a lot of discomfort or pain when it comes to romantic or relationships. People that want to go. Again, cop and blow. Keeping that hand open, So this marks a new time in your life, a new lifelong lesson. So let's clarify the Knight of Cups. Look at who you Geminis are becoming. I'm sure a lot of you are proud of yourselves. Ten of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the World, and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Again, you Geminis are not, before before it used to bother you when people would go. You would try to find out, well, why? Now you may try to still find out why, but you're not going to be as attached to them as you thought you would have. There's a sense of you being able to let go, like I said. The Hierophant and the Queen of Cups right here represents, and you Geminis have no idea the great things that are coming to you. This is great news. This is great, great news. Because like it is that I said before, like it is that I said before, right? Keep the hands open, cop and blow. And then you have the Queen of Cups. You have so much good stuff coming to you, Geminis. A lot of you Geminis really don't know it as of right now. Let's clarify the King of Cups. The Justice, Five of Cups, Chariot, Four of Pentacles, Five of Swords. All the things that you wanted is happening because you're learning those life lessons, practicing it, and now you're practicing cop and blow. You're not holding on to anything too wild. You're accepting it for what it is. I've talked about giving up control. Give up control. The only person that you have control over is yourself. Stop trying to control other people. Stop trying to play the game of the 48 laws of power. Stop trying to do that. Why? Because everybody, from my understanding, everybody who's alive naturally do the 48 laws of power naturally, meaning that they don't have to be told this. This is just who they actually are. For instance, for me, the 48 laws of power is one of the tactics that I use as in the 48 laws of power is tactic number 1, never outshine the master. Is it a tactic? Am I trying to use it? No. This is me learning how to be humble like this is just something naturally that I learned how to do from just living life. So we practice at least 2 without even needing a book or knowing it. This just comes natural to us. So, and then you have the the 4 of Pentacles, like I said, and the 5 of Swords. And some people are going to try to bring some nonsense to you, humble you, right? But it's not actually really humbling. They're going to try to like break your spirit, try to, try to give you some form of opposition for no real reason. Yeah, it's not going to work because you Geminis don't really care about that because all you need to do is just continue to live your life, right? Like, what are they going to do? Follow you? Nah, they don't want to do that. Otherwise, you can just call the cops. But that's it. Other than that, you Geminis have a great reading. Listen, I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We have 16,320 subs. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.